Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking, and welcome back. It's after the holidays, and a lot of y'all have been writing me about how I do my black-eyed peas. So before we get started, I tell you, I'm going to go ahead and get my pot hot here. I'm going to pour a little olive oil in here, and I've got about 1 cup of chopped onions. I want to go ahead and get those sort of sauteing a little bit, and then we'll discuss the black-eyed peas. Okay, let me get these two out of the way. Stir this a bit and let them sort of saute a little bit in here while I'm talking to you. Okay, black-eyed peas has been a tradition for many, many years. We have a hard time finding black-eyed peas here in Mexico, so I have a specialty shop that orders them, and I got lucky enough to get a bag. They're China doll, and they're from Alabama. So I have black-eyed peas this year. We had black-eyed peas every year when I was growing up, black-eyed peas and collard greens. My grandmother used to say, if you have black-eyed peas, you'd always have change in your pocket, money in your pocket. If you have collard greens or greens, that means that you'll always have prosperity and wealth for the year ahead. So we made sure that we had collard greens and we had black-eyed peas. Now, if you can't get collard greens, just a tossed salad, it's green, would work just as well. But the black-eyed peas are important. So what I did after I opened this bag up, I took them out and sorted them in a plate. And these I want to show you some of the ones I found. There are a lot of black-eyed peas in here that you can see that's dark on the side, that are broken, that has a little rotten spot. You pick all those out and put them aside, and you save all your good ones. It runs really, really pretty. After you do that, I take them and put them in a bowl. And for about every 2 cups of beans, I usually soak them in about 4 cups of water. Okay, so it's 8 cups of water. So now that I showed you the beans and the package and how I sort them, and my onions are grilling up really nicely here. Let me turn this down a little bit. I hope y'all remember it. I told you when we did our Christmas ham to keep your ham bone. Well, I kept my ham bone. It doesn't look like a whole lot because we really ate on this ham. But some that I chopped off here. If you do not have a ham bone, that's okay. You can use bacon. If you don't have bacon, you can use pork chops. A lot of people don't use ham at all. A lot of people, what they do is they'll take the big turkey leg, because a lot of people don't like the dark meat. They'll take the turkey leg and put in there, and they'll make their black-eyed peas with turkey. It'll work just as well, okay? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this ham bone, and don't disregard this ham bone. Even though this is all bone left here, there's a lot of flavor in that ham bone. I'm going to take the ham bone, and I'm going to take all the rest of the extra meat that I had cut off of it. I'm going to put it in my pot. All right, then I'm going to take my beans. I soaked the beans for about 8 hours, and you see that they've really swollen up. You don't have to soak them, but by soaking the beans, they cook a lot quicker. These beans will probably cook in an hour, where if I didn't soak them, it would probably take maybe 2 hours. I measured out, since I figure it's a little bit more than 2 cups of beans, about 12 cups of water. I'm going to pour this into my pot. Now, of course, that's a lot of water, but you realize that that's going to evaporate a whole lot over the cooking time. Okay. To that, I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper. I like a little spice in my food, so I've got some Tabasco sauce. I'm going to put like 3 little dots in there. And my grandmother always used to put less than 1/8 of a cup of sugar. I'd even do that when I make spaghetti sauce. It takes away the bitterness if there's any bitterness in there. So that's something you don't have to do. That's something that I do. Now you notice I didn't put any salt in here. There was a reason why I didn't put any salt in here. Because your ham bone, when you cook it, it already has a lot of salt and sodium already in there. So there'll be a lot of sodium and salt that'll already be in this ham bone. So once it comes out and is ready to serve, You can taste it, then you can add salt then. So this is all ready. That was all we had to do. It's very, very simple. I've got this really heavy, this is a really heavy cast iron pot. The lid weighs a ton, you can hear it. I'm gonna let that cook for about an hour and a half and we'll come back. But we all want to have black-eyed peas. 2020 was not the best year, and we're hoping that 2021 will be a better year. If I thought it would help, I would personally eat this whole pot myself, for you and for me. So I will see you back in about an hour, and we'll look at our black-eyed peas. You take care of yourself. Okay, welcome back. It took about an hour and a half for them to cook. I just took them off the oven, and boy, do they smell good. The ham bone, look at that. The ham bone cooked down. Look at all those pieces of ham in there. I'm going to take a bowl out for us so you can see. Now that, my friend, is a good looking bowl of black-eyed peas. I told you earlier that I wasn't going to put salt in. You can put salt at the end. Another reason I meant to tell you that a lot of people don't put salt in any beans. Salt has a tendency to break the beans down and cause them to split in half. And if you look at this bowl of beans, there's not a split bean in there. They're all whole. So that's another reason you put the salt at the end. And I probably will put some salt. I actually like ketchup in mine also. So I hope you make this for New Year's. It'll be great. I hope we all have a better year than 2020, and I wish you, of course, the most prosperous new year that you've ever had in your life. You're part of my family now. I feel like that you've invited me in your home, and you've always welcomed me. Please follow me on Facebook and on YouTube, and I'll be seeing you really soon. You take care of yourself, and God bless.